Created by Brett. Yeah.
Hey Brett, how do I get my mom and dad to let me get my ears pierced?
So the trick is to show your mom that you're responsible and that you've thought this through. I mean, I was gonna get an ear piercing when I was in high school and I was in a band. I'm like, it'll be cool. My mom said, you're gonna have this when you're 70. And I said, oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. So the more prepared you are with this kind of information and having thought through this stuff, the better. So you research everything you can think of regarding ear piercing. Find out how much it costs. You find out where you can get it done. In fact, my wife had her ears pierced at a doctor. Parents go nuts with that kind of stuff. You're like, well, I'd prefer to have it done at the doctor because then I know it would be sterile and safe, mother. Also find out what you need to do after you get it pierced for the next few weeks or whatever it is while it's healing. It's like rubbing alcohol and rotating it and stuff like that. You can also look up things about your country, about how many people have their ears pierced, how many women have their ears pierced if you're a girl, and at what age people typically get their ears pierced. See, and then you can go, Mom, I bet you didn't know that 95% of people in this country have their ears pierced, and they get them on average age 14 or whatever it is. I'm just making that up. Also, just notice how many of your friends already have their ears pierced and ask them how old they were when they got them pierced. Then you could tell your mom, 4 out of 5 of my friends have their ears pierced and they got it done when they were 12 years old or 14 years old or 2 years old or what? 2 years old. That would be cool. And also, find somebody who got their ears pierced already recently maybe, or even a while ago, and have their mom talk to your mom. That's a good trick. See, and then that mom says, oh yeah, it's no big deal. She did this, I monitored it, she's really happy now. It was no big deal. You should let your daughter, which is you should let your daughter have her ears pierced too. And here's another one I came up with. If you have a friend who wants to get her ears pierced along with you, and your mom is friends with her mom, then the 4 of you need to get together and you 2 girls talk to the 2 moms and you say, hey, look, we'd love to get our ears pierced. We did all this research. We think it'd be great. And then the 2 moms are gonna be like, oh, it's such a bonding thing. And I remember when I was young and I had a good friend who wanted to do something like this too. And then your moms might say, well, if you're doing it together, we'll be with you and it'll be a lovely thing and it'll be like a girly coming of age dealy thing. Does that make sense? And I don't recommend going behind your parents' back because it's a hole in your body. They will notice it and they will say, hey, you with a hole in your body, that ain't cool. And then you'd be grounded and then it'll suck. So that, I think, is how you convince your mom to let you get piercings in your ears. You're talking about your ears, right? I think that's what you said. Anyway, if you're not subscribed yet, please do. And if you have a question for me, just leave it down in the thingy thing. And then, if I like your question, then I can answer it. Maybe I'll make a video for you next time.
Please share this vid